of mine. He's a very funny guy. I've known him for years. He teaches your children. Please give it up for Adam Culver.
Thank you for that beautiful lead-in, Cody. I will now do a whole set on fuckboys, because apparently that's a thing. Cody mentioned I'm a teacher. I do teach kids. An interesting thing, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but since we've had all these school shootings, at schools, we now have to do drills where we pretend there is someone in the building coming to kill us all. The fun thing at my school is that when we practice this drill, we evacuate all the children into an enclosed courtyard where they're all just fenced in because we planned this so well. And not just the bad kids, which is what you would think we would do. We teach all of them that. I was at another school and we were doing one of these drills, and the assistant principal was talking to all of them, and her way of pumping them up for this and making them think this is serious is that she started screaming at them about how ISIS is coming for all of them. ISIS is here. They are in West Virginia. They are coming to kill you, you 7th graders. It is your fault that the Middle East is in such turmoil. And I'm thinking, isn't it much more realistic to just say, look, you all treat each other like shit. And eventually, one of your classmates is going to think you deserve to die. And this is why we're doing this. So maybe cut that shit out. Like, that seems like a better moment to talk about that. I don't know. Aside from that, I am sad about something else with America. It's early October, which, looking around the room, I can tell most of you realize that this is the time that we should be celebrating McDonald's monopoly. And it's not happening. It's in Australia. Right now, Australians are playing McDonald's Monopoly and we're not, which is not fair. And my immediate thought to that is that this is where we need to make America great again. Where is Donald Trump on this issue? Why are there no hats for McDonald's Monopoly? These are the things that are important to me. But yeah, Cody mentioned we've known each other for a long time. We met 5 years ago. 5 years ago this week, I started doing this whole open mic thing, and I've experienced great success, which is why I'm still here talking in front of a group of people that aren't listening. But the only thing I can remember talking about on that night was how my parents' house, when I was in high school, was decorated in dachshunds and roosters. And I realized that I think, my parents are kind of conservative, and I think maybe with all of my interests being superhero comics and pro wrestling, where men in spandex are grabbing each other, I think maybe the wieners and cocks were just their way of silently supporting their gay son. So, yeah, I still have a list here. Did you know that, you guys know that MILF is MILF, being called a MILF is a compliment. But being called a motherfucker is not. And I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Like, I think the lesson there is to be a thinker, not a doer. I don't know. This guy gets it. I like him. I'm going to talk to him for the next minute and a half. All right. You, sir, are going to hear all about my vasectomy. Are you excited about that? All right. Yeah, I had a vasectomy once. Not twice, because why? But my doctor had a lazy eye, and this is honest truth. This is the honest truth. He had a lazy eye, and so the first consultation, whatever, I go in, talking a little bit. This is why I want a vasectomy, blah blah blah. Kids are horrible, that sort of thing. And he's like, okay, well let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. And so he gets down, and he's like, okay, let's take a look at this. Let me make this more realistic. And he lifts. And the bad part was that while he's examining, he's also looking me straight in the fucking eye. He's like, well, what do we have here? I think we have something that's awkward. This is horribly awkward. Please, there's a 50-year-old man staring at, I don't know. I went for a follow-up. I decided I didn't want to see the same doctor, so I went to a different urologist here in Huntington. And his office, the exam room, was beautiful. There was a full wall was just a mural of a beautiful beach sunset, which was really setting the mood. And then beside of that, there was a table that had 3 different Bibles and just all kinds of lube. And I did not know what was going to happen when that 80-year-old Indian man walked in. So, anyway, that's my time. It's only a short little time. No fuckboys, I'm sorry. Folks, I hope you have a good night. Cody Lambert, ladies and gentlemen.
Adam Colbert, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody.